requisite.
So you're drinking too? Are you drinking Deep Eddy's lemon and?
Oh, he's
blue
drinking
Gatorade?
Deep Eddy's lemon with Deep Eddy's sweet tea.
I mix my vodka with more vodka. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Last Call podcast. My name is MikeyT, joined as always by Tristan.
N-bombs.
N-bombs. What do you think this is, fucking Georgia?
I couldn't bring myself to actually say it. That's as close.
Because you're a reasonable fucking adult.
Ninjas. Ninjas.
Foot Willy is back joining us again. Our original guests apparently are stuck in a drug-induced hole. We wish them well. We hope they'll strap some onions to their feet. They'll feel better right in the morning.
And as a second prize, we got a Big Dick Will in the house.
Hey.
So it's,
Yeah, swinging all
worked
over the
out well
place.
for us.
He just swung in on his giant 2-foot cock.
Wearing shorts tonight. Let's hope the fidelity on the camera is high enough. Some of you might get a treat.
Legs
Good
crossed.
luck, everybody.
Hey.
LastCallPodcast.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Check us out. YouTube.com/MikeyT versus.
Staring right down the barrel of Will's 18-inch flesh snake.
Fucker's getting out.
Just peeking right out the hem of his shorts.
Little turtle head poking out. So, we briefly referenced it there in the intro a little bit, I guess. Facebook today. Holy shit. I think it's up to like 350 comments at this point.
I've never seen a thread that volatile.
Last time I saw it, it was around 320, 330, something like that.
I think it's 360 when I looked at it later this afternoon. Like,
I'm not even friends with him. I had to go search him. So
I'm not sure.
'cause
Yeah,
I
me
wanted-
neither.
I wanted to
And
see this debacle happen.
A bunch of people
I'm
did.
glad.
Because
Jesus.
when they say the comment section on the internet is cancer, this is what they're referencing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all started because there was a kid that moved up to Maryland and worked with us for a little while. And he's from Georgia. And he moved back down there, I guess. I didn't even realize it. But so he's back down there now. Anyway, he had some trouble with the towing
I'm sorry,
company.
420 comments.
It's 400.
And one share.
Who shares that?
That is so.
Fucking
Yeah,
rhino.
somebody shared it earlier.
I have no clue.
Oh. But anyway, white kid chose to use the N-bomb in his status. Dixon, rightfully so, took offense to that. And then all of his this kid's little shithead Georgia friends, all of whom were white, are sitting there like, no, it's cool. I say it all the time.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. I don't think that means what you think it means.
Can I just interrupt real quick? Sean Haskins came over the top 3 hours ago with a comment saying, I've seen the videos and I know you. None of you fuck-ass bitches can fight. All clowns. Keep fucking your cousins. I'm going to go ahead and light that.
Period.
There's so many bright points here. I think the one that gets kind of like glossed over though throughout the rest of the comments. So like Dixon drops in and he's like almost casually towards the very beginning says, hey, that's weird that you just used that word like it was nothing. Like, maybe don't do that. I don't know exactly what the words
Very
were.
casual.
It was probably the calmest I've ever seen Dixon say anything.
It was not like, hey, you're a racist motherfucker, get that word out of your mouth. Like, it was just like hey, that's a weird thing for you to say, was the way that I read it.
I've seen him get more visually upset over mushrooms in his burrito. So he definitely did not instigate this, even though he had all the right in the world to start a full shitstorm. But it came anyway.
And at that point, early, and then a friendly-ish back and forth kind of starts. He's like, "Hey man, I always use that word. Like I don't see the issue." And Dixon holds his line, but is being, I think, still polite. All
things considered, yeah.
And then this kid drops the most racist meme I've ever seen in my life. Like proving Dixon's point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he was that racist up until that point. I don't think he was racist at all up until that point. I think he was just dumb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely didn't mean anything racist by the initial comment, but it's like everything that followed was just like, it just got worse and worse. It's like they weren't just digging their hole. It was.
Let's just go ahead and clarify one thing. Saying you're not racist and saying I'm not racist, I have black friends, or I have a black friend, is the most racist thing you could possibly fucking say when it comes to it.
Not to mention when it took 2 days for their one black friend to chime in and say, no, it's cool. I gave them permission.
I gave him the end card.
Well, thank you for speaking up for your race and giving a bunch of hillbillies the right to say the N-bomb.
It's a little cliche at this point, but I honestly believe that there is no good in the rest of the sentence, I'm not racist, but.
Oh, yeah.
Or even anything that comes out of your mouth after the words, I'm not racist.
Correct.
Unless that's your whole statement.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not going to say anything good after that.
Unless it's
You can end at I'm not racist. Once you put that comma in the but, that's when shit goes south, and that's when you prove you're a racist.
Insert racist comment.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, it's just so bad. But, of course, me being who I am, I just...
King Troll.
I had a ton of fun.
It just became a like a slaughter fest.
Mm-hmm.
I briefly sat there and like argued the points for a moment, saying like, "Dude, I would whoop your ass for this, and I'm fucking white."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, "Wait, these people are all fucking morons. I'm just gonna ruin their days."
And you said that to his horrible meme, the wording of which I don't even really feel comfortable.
No.
We don't need to say it. No,
absolutely
saying, not.
Like,
Let me just turn over our
sands of time.
And that's what you said. I would whoop your ass for this, and I'm white, and that's when I think things took a pretty nasty turn. I thought it was interesting to watch you and Dixon kind of go back to back on the whole thing, like fighting off the retarded
the Duke boys
racist mob that showed up. And then the argument
Jabba the Hutt.
And then the argument became like, oh yeah, I've known him. He said it basically his whole life. Like, it's no big deal.
That doesn't make it better.
Right.
No, I'm not racist. I've always been racist. What? Shut up. That doesn't make any sense. But it's hilarious because apparently everyone from Georgia gets really upset when you point out that their schools are shit and that they're racist. They're like, no, I'm not. And then they're like, really? You're worried about people saying the N-word? And by the way, anytime I say the N-word, that's them actually saying the N-word.
That's true. Yeah.
They're so defensive of their right to say the N-word, but then he's like, there are rainbow crosswalks in Atlanta, and you're worried about the N-word? It's like... You're worried about rainbow crosswalks? I don't even know what that's about.
We got I didn't even know what that was either. Transgender people popping up all over the place. And you're worried about a word?
A word?
I like how they said everyone in Maryland is so easily offended that they have nothing better to do than worry about the status.
Oh,
that was funny.
It was so entertaining. I just sat there, and then so then anytime someone would say something stupid, I was like, I'm just proud you made it here with your 4th grade education, and they did not like that.
And then you got blocked.
I got blocked by one of them.
Ruined a woman's life.
That was probably Jabba.
Yeah, that was Jabba. Jabba blocked me.
It's funny because afterwards you could see he went out there. He was like, "Oh, Jabba blocked me."
Oh yeah,
did she keep commenting afterwards?
Yeah. She kept commenting because other people
came after Dixon.
Other
came
people
after
took
Sean.
up your call, and she just kept blocking them over and over again. And she would announce like when she was blocking, like she must have had to block 4 or 5 people. Like yeah.
It's like,
kept going.
I don't agree with them. Block.
Oh, it's sad when you block people you never even met.
Yeah, like what do you need to block me for?
4 states away.
I'm not even friends with you.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Stupid.
Well, because it was like, once I know somebody is not going to listen to actual facts or
logic,
any logical opinion, then all right, I'm just going to make your day terrible. And it's like, this woman was Ugh.
It was just it was a whole mob of them. I'm just sitting at work with like my jaw on the ground. Like, why is everybody going to bat for this guy? My other favorite was fucking Evan showing up and being like, "Oh, you can't come to Maryland because you don't have any money? I'll pay your tow bill if you come back." And then he's like, the poster was like, "Oh, tow bill's taken care of. Thanks, though." He's like, "Actually, I'll just pay you $1,000 if you come back here to Maryland. It would be worth it."
God. I mean, because... And then every little internet tough guy. I didn't realize it till later today, but there was another guy who commented on the main thread, because most of the shit posting was under Dixon's comment.
Yeah.
So there must have been 200 comments on there. But then there were some other smaller arguments going on the main post. And one guy came on there and called out. For some reason, every one of them wanted to point out that I had muscles.
Very.
I was like, I don't know.
And then kept on calling Dixon fat.
But why? Like, am I supposed to be offended that you're calling me muscle bound?
No,
like,
it was all very passive aggressively gay.
Yeah.
Very like.
That's why he's so worried about those rainbow crosswalks.
Yeah, no shit. He's worried about the temptation.
But the guy, he wrote on this, like, I don't know, like 4-paragraph, or what would be a 4-paragraph if they used any sort of sentence structure, post, basically saying, "Oh, we're all pussies and all this other stuff. We need our safe space and make America great again," and every other dumb shit you could say. And then at the bottom, he's like, and don't even try to like threaten me or say I'm scared, because I ain't the one. And then I just said, "You're scared." It's like, what are you gonna do? If you like, the worst you can do is reply back. If you came up here, you get your ass beat. Because I'm not throwing idle threats. If you you get in my face, I'll fucking kill you.
I want to organize. I want to find like some empty field in the middle of North Carolina or Southern Virginia or something like that, and
somewhere halfway.
We just all meet in the middle.
Big old brawl.
Good old fashioned.
It's a civil war.
Yeah, little tiny
greasers versus socials.
Civil war. Yeah.
Oh God, what a mess.
Yeah, no, I'm all over that.
I'm about that. We can do that.
I mean, shit. I accidentally knocked out one of my good friends. So I mean.
Yeah, that's the next thing I wanted to hear about. So you went rafting over the weekend?
Yeah, just tubing. Yeah.
Tubing, not rafting. Tubing.
Rafting takes like skill and like all that stuff.
This is just floating down
Yeah, I mean, I can barely
floating down
swim.
a river drunk.
I love tubing. It's mainly just drinking while floating. But yeah, it was a great time. We do it every year to get a big bus full of people and go from Ellicott City to Harper's Ferry and go down the river and get drunk. I mean, allegedly.
Yeah. You're technically not supposed to drink on the river.
Right.
But won't they rent you like a little cooler raft?
Yep.
Like
it's for your sodas.
Right.
Road sodas.
And they don't actually care at the place. It's just, and I'm sure like the water police or whatever don't really care either.
I think they just don't want you. I think they just don't want you like pounding a beer and then discarding it into the water. Like I think that's really what they're trying to avoid.
I'm sure that probably is most of it.
So they don't end up with a dam of Bud Light cans.
Or Natty Daddies blocking up everything. So we made it through the whole trip, and my friend and I are just like fucking around, like joking and shit. And he like slaps me, and then I slapped him.
Why did he slap you?
I don't remember what. We were just like being fucking stupid.
Okay.
Like joking around.
I'm just wondering what would possess him to slap you. That sounds like a bad call.
Well, apparently it was, because I didn't even mean to. Like, apparently, I just went a little overboard.
You hit him with the flat of your hand, didn't you? Like right in the jaw?
Caught him right on the jaw with my palm. I had to catch him.
Oh, he went out that hard.
Yeah, like like just started to drop, and I had to like hold on to him, like cradle him like a child.
Jesus.
It was terrifying. I'm like, I can only imagine how bad it was on the other
Did you
end.
think for a second, like, what if he's dead? Like, just that split second, like.
No, I knew exactly what happened because unfortunately I've had this happen multiple times. But yeah, I've never done that to a friend. So that, yeah, if that's what I'm doing to my friends.
You hit him so hard, his brain was like, I need to shut off for a second, get my shit together.
It's like hold, LOL, BRB.
Yeah, hold please.
Little elevator music plays.
Jesus Christ! But so he's out for 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, a few seconds, and then sort of snaps back to it.
And he's like, "Wow, that was funny." Was he like hammered drunk when this happened, or just like
Everyone was hammered drunk?
Okay.
But then, I mean, allegedly. And so then, of course, like half the people are like panicking, like, you know, why that happened? Like, if they only saw the tail end of it, or like, well, why is Mikey trying to kill him?
He's dehydrated. Just everyone relax.
Yeah, you never know what'll happen when you're dehydrated. It's that my MSMS flaring up again.
Mikey swollen mouth syndrome.
But yeah, then everyone was really worried about what the hell was going on. And of course, every other drunk idiot has to put in their 2 cents about how to handle things or what went wrong or who did what. And it's like,
oh, is it like a whole like dramatic thing after that?
Briefly, but then as soon as Dave was like back to, he was like, all right.
Everyone relax.
Everything's fine.
Well, we were keeping anonymity, but now it was Dave?
Yeah. Allegedly.
You allegedly open hand hard smacked Dave in the face.
Yes.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, clearly.
I love you, but you're an asshole.
No one's denying that. I spent the last 2 days.
Because the amount of power that I can guarantee that Dave came across your face is not anywhere close to the amount that you came across his. Yeah.
Clearly not.
Clearly.
But
they probably barely caught you in the cheek with like your fingers.
It's like,
and you're like fucking palmed up and like.
Jeez.
It's habit. Ever since I trained with Larry, and we actually like trained that. Like,
yeah,
jaw strikes from in close.
Yeah, no, and
that's when I started accidentally. I should probably stop saying accidentally.
Accidentally did it.
This one really was an accident.
Yeah.
The others, not so much.
Yeah, that's a that was a unit they taught in Krav Maga. He's like, all right, we're gonna work on slapping today. I'm like, wait, what? Like, and I just had no idea. He's like, yeah, no, I watch this, and like he taught us how to do it. It's like, holy fucking shit! Like you can put a lot of power into that, like, and look like you didn't, punch somebody in the face. Like,
it's safer for you too.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's actually like old Pancrase fighting, like when Boss Rutan was in his prime and everything. It was all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All the shoot fighting where it's all palm strikes. So you see him, it looks real weird because they're doing like full on like jabs,
like striking and like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks real odd. It looks like you're doing some kung fu movie like tiger claw bullshit. But I mean, you absolutely can.
Well, you put enough power behind the palm into somebody's nose.
Oh yeah, that too.
Fucking impale the brain.
I mean, it's essentially the same thing. It's just there's less shit for you to break on yourself.
Yeah, a bunch of little tiny bones and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you're switching the force away from all the small bones like the one I broke.
Right.
To
I've broken.
It pretty much goes right into the forearm bones instead of your hand. And it's pretty effective whether you want it to be or not.
The human hand is an amazing device in that in the right orientation, all the bones line up and you've got these sharp little ridges here and you could do an incredible amount of damage as long as everything's lined up just about exactly right.
Until you break a couple of them and then it's all fucking downhill.
Just a little something. It's filled with little tiny bones and tendons that will shatter in the wrong application of force.
God, I was talking about that story the other day too. John Bowie came in. He's the one that does like physical therapy and all that stuff. And I went to see him first after I broke my hand on the guy's face at Diamondback. And I remember when I'm on the way to see John Bowie, and it was before Christina lived with me, and I called her, and I was like, hey, babe. She's like, hey, what's up? Because I was calling kind of early, which is unusual for me. And she's like, what's up? I was like, so I think I broke my hand. She's like, you think you broke your hand or you broke your hand? It's like, I broke my hand. My hand was fucked up. I mean, because I'd previously broken it being a drunk idiot and punching like a beam or a stud in the wall. It was like knuckle, stud, knuckle. Like you could see it.
Oh, you tried to punch a hole in the wall, you caught a stud?
Yep. And my hand swelled up after that, and this was probably like 2 months beforehand. And then just when I hit the guy, like slipped a little bit, and it just broke it the rest of the way. Completely snapped my fourth? Is that right? Fourth metacarpal, yeah. And it was bad enough that my hand was sticking up, like it looked like it was just swollen up, but that was actually because the bones were sticking up, like they were teepeed up together. So you could sit there and press on it, and it would go it would like hinge to like lean back down. So it was a complete break, and luckily it didn't like shred any tendons or any muscles or anything.
Luckily, Jesus.
And we went and got the right doctors as fast as possible. But I remember going to see John Bowie, and he just like sees me walking up. He's like, dude, that's broken as shit. And we take an x-ray. He's like, yeah, that's real broken. He's nothing.
Yeah, you shouldn't be here. Like, you need to go to like a real. Yeah.
It's like, there's nothing we can do here. It's like, you need to go see a hand surgeon. So I did, got it all fixed, healed up fine.
Jesus Christ.
Got a plate and like 4 screws, 6 screws, something.
Wow, I didn't know the repair was that serious. Jesus.
And they left it in, so I got like just like a real thin plate that runs all like pretty much through the whole back of my hand on just on that 4th metacarpal, and then screws going through.
Just a little fucking tiny piece of Wolverine in you.
Yeah. It's like one piece at a time.
Just keep breaking bones.
I'm gonna be like, what? How many bones? It was like 600 bones or something in the body.
No.
How many of those are like useful?
200.
Whatever.
216.
That was close.
I don't know. Hey Siri, how many bones are in the human body?
Put it up.
Here is what I found. Take a look.
206.
206. You were pretty damn close.
There was a 6 in there. You got one number right out of 3.
Yeah.
It's like, you would have gotten like $500 in the Price is Right game. You wouldn't have gotten the car, but you would have.
Nah.
I have 207.
What? 207?
Do you have an extra tailbone? Oh, your giant cock?
Yeah,
you have a bone in your penis?
Yeah.
That can't
It's got
be.
like the.
No wonder it's fucking so impressive.
Have you heard about that? That's like I've heard it come up in a couple.
You can have a bone in your penis?
No, I don't.
No, I mean you like can.
But
I think so.
Polar bears do.
What? Learn something new every day.
I'm gonna fuck this story up a little bit, but the important part's gonna be there. Polar bears have a bone in their penis, but because of like the change in climate, like it's getting warmer and stuff, and so they're not feeding as well, and they're not getting all the nutrients they need. The penis bone is getting like hollow, like it's not as strong as it used to be. So when they're trying to mate,
calcified,
decalcified, and so it's breaking like inside of their actual fleshy penis.
Ow.
Yeah,
That's gotta suck.
fucking. That's not.
I just want to cry.
Save the polar bears, guys. Come on.
Yeah, fix global warming.
I suddenly care so
Global
much
warming
more
is a
about
fucking thing.
animals and shit.
Yeah, you can watch all the Al Gore documentaries you want, but
Right.
fucking one quick fact about a broken polar bear dick, and you're all in.
Hashtag save the dicks. Polar dicks. God.
Wow.
Ugh. It's like, I'm a little skeeved out by that.
So I've had this sitting on my to-do list here for the show for a while. So I'm thinking 3 weeks ago now, George Romero passed away. Director of the original Dawn of the Dead.
Right.
I think.
Not Night of the Living Dead. Dawn of the Dead was his, right? He was a zombie guy.
George A. Romero, yeah.
I wasn't really a huge George Romero fan, but the point that I did want to get to is, what is your favorite zombie movie, and by extension, favorite type of zombie? Because we've got different ones now, right? Like we've got rage zombies and fast zombies and slow kind of shuffling zombies. And I mean, maybe you're just fucking done with zombies altogether, but I don't know. It's like a whole genre of movies, and people seem to be pretty passionate about these things. I thought I'd throw that out there.
I don't know. I think they all have their merits, except for the ones which I actually think Romero did the like more modern one, not the Dawn of the Dead one, but the Land of the Dead, I think, or something like that. Where it was like there were zombies, but they were smart and they used like tools and shit like that. I think that stuff is garbage. It's fucking terrible. Like,
okay. So Romero was Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay.
And Dawn of the Dead, and then Land of the Dead.
Which one is the one where they're stuck in the mall?
That's Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
And so he did the original 78 one.
Okay.
That was like, the 78 one is like, it is a legit zombie movie, but it's also like a commentary on like society and people just like, wandering around with dead eyes, shopping and buying shit. Like it's people zombies shambling around in the mall. But they did what I thought was a good remake of it a few years ago, where it takes place, they're trapped in a mall and they're trying to, not trying to get out, but trying to survive, figure out where they can go.
Yeah.
So that's like your classic. Oh no, they were
they were fast in that one.
They were fast in the new one.
Yeah,
they could run. And also 28 Days Later, they're fast.
They're fast in World War Z.
But 28 Days Later, not technically zombies. Because they're not dead. They're sick. That's rage virus, right?
Rage
so,
virus.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little subcategory, not exactly undead kind of
I feel
thing.
like zombie fanatics are probably the same way the like electronic music people are. Where it's like they're very particular about their subgenres.
That's true. And metalheads, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Death metal and Swede metal and punk metal and it's all.
We are very
different.
particular about our subgenres.
Hurts my brain. I don't have enough care in me.
Are you?
I think that's pretty obvious, though.
You're not still watching Walking Dead, right?
I'm behind like a season.
You're behind, but you're in. Are you watching Walking Dead?
I pretty much gave up. I was behind completely. Like started season 1 like last year. Got halfway through season 2.
That's a
kind
of
gave up.
It's Atlanta, right? They're going to Atlanta in season 2. Yeah, that's tough.
But I heard
2 is the farm.
No, season 2 is the hold up. What the fuck?
Spoiler alert from like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever, so.
But long story short, like all my friends told me, like, if you actually grind through it and just keep up with it, it gets better after time. Like, season 2 is the season where everybody falls off. Like, they don't actually give a shit about the show. I guess I'm one of them because I got halfway through it and it dragged. Like,
it always does. I always think it's.
I think season 3 is the farm.
I think you're right.
Oh,
I think you're right.
Well, the farm
and
really
actually
drags.
Now I think about it, I think I'm in season 3 actually because it's when Carl gets shot, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm in season. I am in season 3, but I've stopped. I've stopped watching.
Yeah, I always think The Walking Dead's like 6 episodes worth of content spread across 12.
Yeah,
I think it's a big problem in modern television. Period. Where there's just not enough story for an entire
I've heard
season.
that Fear the Walking Dead is not too bad though.
I watched the first little season or first few episodes or something. I actually liked it a lot better.
Yeah.
And then I haven't gone back. I don't even know. did it keep going? Is it in multiple seasons now? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I would
no
love
idea.
to see, and this is a common thing that comes up. Like, I would love to see some sort of series built in a world that's fallen to zombies or something similar, but you don't have to just focus on one set of characters. Like, build a new story every week. That's what was so interesting about, like, World War Z. Like, World War Z is a great book,
Great.
and everybody's really excited about this movie that's kind of going to come out. And it was a pretty good zombie movie.
It was actually a really decent zombie movie compared to what's
I never
before.
saw it. I just saw the trailers and it looked really cheesy. So, not that zombie movies are not cheesy, but
yeah.
It was a high tension,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was one of the few zombie movies that's really tried to tackle the whole what if literally everyone's a fucking zombie, hundreds of thousands at a time.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting to me. But it didn't live up to the book, because the book is interesting. It hops from story to story to story of all these different people that saw this apocalypse from different perspectives.
Probably would have made a better show.
Oh, fucking
World War Z
Showtime,
would have been a
HBO
great
series?
show.
What's
Definitely. World War Z would have been a great show instead of a movie.
Yeah, I agree. Just a different
I feel like you
story
could
every
definitely expand that a lot. You could have expanded that movie to a very good show.
I'll freely admit that I can be a terrible person to watch shows with, because it's like, obviously I hate everything, so that
So there's
That-
that.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
that
Yeah.
causes issues.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I love Game of Thrones, but I'm still critical of it.
I've never seen one episode of Game of Thrones.
But so we're just gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Sorry.
So
One, I don't have HBO. Two, I wasn't.
I don't either.
I don't have anybody else's HBO Go account.
I was gonna
either.
say there were like 4 people that have HBO.
Yeah. Everybody else shares their HBO Go account.
I'd say tops 6 in it per state.
Just all of them are just sharing it. Just
I just
over
never.
and
I
over
don't
and over.
know.
It's like I'm on 45 devices every time I go on.
Now let it be said, like I'm not against starting it, but I just I wasn't grasped by it, when it first came out.
I'm amazed that show has been as successful as it has, because it really requires an effort to push through 6 episodes,
Yeah.
5 episodes. Like, there's some stuff that grabs you early,
Yeah.
but there's so many characters, and they just dump you in there, and you don't get a good primer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't
I
know
can
what's
see
going on.
how
There's a lot of strong acting though.
I can see how popular it is. Like my timeline on a Sunday night or Monday morning is all GOT this, GOT that, GOT this, whatever. It's the same way it was, 3 or 4 years ago with Sons of Anarchy on Tuesday nights. You know what I mean? Shit like that, or Breaking Bad on Sunday nights. Like, but I
binged all of those.
it's
oh
the,
yeah,
the game
I
of-
binged Breaking Bad. I was on top with Sons of Anarchy. I was grasped by that real quick.
the Game of Thrones thing is feeding on itself now, because I like binging shows when I can. I
yeah.
like being able to sit down and watch an episode, and then the wife and I get to the end and be like, let's do one more. Like, that's
Exactly.
fun for
Yeah.
me. I can't do that with Game of Thrones, because motherfuckers can't shut their goddamn mouths about it on Facebook.
I won't
So
start.
now I have to watch it on Sunday night or Monday at the latest.
I won't start a series on Netflix or Hulu or anything like that unless it has 2 or more seasons.
Yeah, I get
If you have only 1 season, I binge it. I'm left like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because I can binge in a day. Like if I really wanted to,
right.
I could sit in front of my Xbox, turn it on, fucking just binge for a day.
Have you ever started one by accident, not realizing that it was only like 1 season?
Yes,
Oh,
multiple times.
It's the worst.
It's the absolute worst.
It's so upsetting. I forget what I did. Or when American Gods came out or whatever,
I want to see that.
and I think it had. I got into it a little late and had maybe 2 episodes up or 3, but I didn't realize that it wasn't fully released
The season's
the way
not totally done.
the way everyone else
Yeah.
is doing for the most part. And I got a few episodes in, and it's like, tune in next week. Like, what? Yeah, I haven't gone back.
Netflix has ruined me.
They probably put out 4 or 5 more episodes. I don't
That's-
even know because I stopped caring.
That's how it was at first with Ballers and with Power. Like when that first came out,
I'm strangely addicted to Ballers.
I like Ballers a lot.
I like it too, but I'm gonna wait till this season's over because I don't got to worry about anything being spoiled. And those they're a half hour.
We're like
right?
we're
I'll
we
just
are
knock those out 2 and 3 in a
we
row.
are 3 out of the 9 people total that like Ballers, so don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna
exactly.
spoil it.
No, it's other people like me with man crushes on The Rock.
We know that. Yeah.
He carries that show.
No,
I'm
that's-
strangely addicted to the show Power. I really like Power a lot.
I haven't watched that one.
It's really good. I like it, but it's they're in their 4th season now. I binge watched 3 seasons, and they're just like halfway through the 4th season right now on Stars. I don't have fucking Stars. You know what I mean? I fucking used 123movies.com for the most part.
Allegedly.
until just now when they heard
As
that.
soon as I said that, it looked right on
Shut
the
it
fucking camera.
down.
Like shit. But
Nothing to hear here, CIA.
I'm not gonna watch 4 episodes in a row, waiting for the 5th one to come out next fucking week. I don't have the time for that. I don't have the mental capacity for that.
I lose my train.
Same.
But
Same.
I get derailed immediately.
I need
It's
to
like what happened
watch.
with American Gods.
I need to watch all 12 in a row. Sit me down, grab me a fucking glass of Jack, something to eat. I'm good to go.
Or some Deep Eddy Lemon.
if I
You
wait,
got the Deep Eddy lemon and tea.
if I wait too long, like I think I'm like 3 episodes into season 2 of Daredevil, but it's been like a year now. I'm
Dude,
never gonna watch the rest of Daredevil.
I started with Daredevil. I am 1 episode away from finishing the 1st season, and everybody talks about how great the 2nd season when the Punisher comes in and everything like that. And I'm like,
Yep.
I have yet to actually finish the 1st season just because I just keep on getting sidetracked
Did
and
you
it keeps
try
on
any of the others?
goes further down on my list. No,
I figured
haven't.
if I wasn't hooked
I-
by Daredevil, Jessica Jones wasn't gonna hook me.
I watched 2 episodes of Luke Cage.
Luke Cage was pretty entertaining, but I just like the sort of feel of it.
Yeah.
It had the cool sort of like a Wu-Tang movie.
Yes.
Yeah. I get
Which I like
yeah.
that a lot. I like that whole entire.
That was
idea.
entertaining. Jessica Jones dragged on a lot, probably because, I consider myself a casual comic nerd. There's a lot of comic stuff that I don't know. When they said Jessica Jones, Marvel, I was like, who the fuck is that?
Me too.
Same.
I still don't know who that
I
is.
Had no idea who the
Yeah.
fuck she was.
And once I saw some of it, okay, I do remember bits and pieces of this, but I never cared at all, and I still don't. Like, nobody cares about the Defenders, and especially nobody cares now because they ruined Iron Fist. Iron Fist was a pile of hot garbage.
I hear Iron Fist was bad.
That's what I heard, too.
Luke Cage was good, Jessica Jones, and then
I heard that
where it's just
Daredevil
full.
was the top out of all of the.
by
So,
a significant margin. I'd
Okay.
say.
And Daredevil had some real high points. I
Yeah.
love the aesthetic. I love the feel. I love the actors. But it had the same problem for me. It was season 1 was a solid 7-8 episodes worth of content in a 12 episode
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
You know, how long are we going to stall? And
But I heard when you get to the 2nd season with the Punisher, it moves.
that's which is
quickly.
what I really want. I love that actor. I love
Yeah.
the Punisher.
Oh, yeah,
I
same.
just rewatched the fucking Tom Jane Punisher like 2 nights ago.
Oh wow!
It just came up on my Netflix, like,
Oh.
watch it again, Q. I was like, you know what? I will.
I
With John
refuse.
Travolta.
No, you dislike it that much?
It just upsets me because
I
they took from a pretty fun storyline and they just made it not very
Garbage.
good.
Garbage. Come on.
I didn't think it was that good.
It's fun.
Some
It's
of the
fun.
Some
but
of the
it's
fun
not-
parts were still there, but the overall story arc was ruined.
Yes,
That's
I agree. I agree with you on that.
However, that little Tom Jane short, the Dirty Laundry one, that was really good.
That's really-
That's how they need to make a Punisher.
No,
movie.
you're right. You're right. It needs to be a lot darker, a lot, No, I get you. Wasn't there was that Warzone one. Who was that? Who starred in that?
Oh,
Wasn't that the guy from the Rocky movies?
no, he was in the original.
Oh, he was the original.
Dolph
Yeah,
Lundgren.
you're right.
That one was the worst. That's where he had little Punisher knives, and he would ride around in the New York City sewer tunnels on a Harley, because that's what Punisher does. And then he shot up dojos full of ninjas.
Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh,
he was
that's right.
visually probably the most Punisher looking,
He looked the most like the Punisher.
but that was super cheese.
Yeah, that was
That was
garbage.
somewhere like if somebody
It came out in
made
2008.
a morbid 60s Batman version of Punisher.
I thought their vision was good
we're
for
doing
that.
this?
I just don't think they had the budget to keep up with their vision. You know what I mean? Like it just deteriorated.
For which?
Warzone,
Warzone?
the new one, yeah.
It just, I mean, it was a little too, considering all the rest of Marvel had moved on and done
Well, that's true.
some
yeah.
pretty impressive stuff. You know, you can't really fault the Thomas Jane Punisher because that was before, like, Marvel really took hold.
Pre-Iron Man, right?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Can I keep up with this topic, but kind of take a slight left? Not a hard left, but a slight left. Do you remember? All right, so you remember the Street Fighter movie, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Do you remember when they did the Street Fighter Legends series and they started with Chun-Li and there was this whole entire talk about we were going to go into a legend story of every single character, Ryu,
really?
Ken, and everything like that, but they only did Chun-Li?
Because they had
Oh, that's
they had that
right.
girl
there
from
was just-
Smallville.
That's right. It was
Just
just the
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li movie.
They never went anywhere further with that.
That's right.
I'm waiting for a fucking Street Fighter Ryu movie.
Did you see
Honestly.
that Chun-Li movie?
It was
I don't think I did. Maybe I did.
Ooh, it was real bad.
It was real bad. It was real bad. It was very bad.
It randomly. I was at a hotel or something. It was on a movie channel, and I watched maybe 35 minutes of it. This might be the worst movie I've ever seen. It may have been
It's
worse
definitely
than
up
the
there.
original Street Fighter movie.
Hey now.
I think the original Street Fighter movie is pretty self-aware. Like it's bad, but I don't think anybody on that set thought that they were making Oscar bait.
How mad is Raul Julia's Ghost? That was his final movie.
Was it really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's
I know
pissed.
A classic actor like that.
Yeah.
He was there for the payday. I mean,
Van Damme versus Julia, though.
Van Damme was
Shoulder pads.
desperately trying to relaunch his action career. You know, it had sputtered in the late '80s. He was trying to get back in.
Because he had Bloodsport, Lionheart, all that, and just...
Fucking Bloodsport, man, it's so good.
It's one of the best movies ever.
It is a great movie.
I'm sure it's not, but like I do want to.
It is a great movie.
I may never rewatch Bloodsport again, just so that I don't discover how truly bad it really is.
No, it's still entertaining.
But it's not going to be what I remember from being, 13.
If you just
Kumite. Fight to survive.
oh man, and that whole Mentos commercial running away from the police. Have you seen that? Where they just dubbed the Mentos music
Oh,
over that
yeah,
scene?
yeah. And he turns around and he smiles at them from the top of the escalator. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's really good.
It fits perfectly.
Yeah,
And they
it
didn't
does.
change a scene. Oh, those are classic movies. I miss like old shit like that.
Who's the guy? Who's the biker? It's not Mick Foley, right? That's before Mick Foley. But he looks
It's definitely
like
not Mick Foley.
It's not Mick Foley, but it looks like him. I don't know who he is. He may not be famous.
No, he did a few more things. I don't know how I stumbled on his IMDb a few months ago.
Speaking of the MCU, we got our first look at Josh Brolin as Cable.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, he looks fucking
I'm upset.
amazing.
Yeah?
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he much better than I thought he was going to come out.
I'm excited for that.
It's another one that I'm a little bit upset because that's a character that is super exaggerated, huge in the comics, and obviously you can't match comics because those are not realistic body proportions. But he's not a particularly big guy. He definitely beefed up for the role, but it's still. I was kind of partial to Kevin Nash because he's a goddamn giant.
Definitely.
But no way he can act at the level that Brolin can.
I think they struck a good balance. He's not too enormous, I think they, obviously that's touched up in Photoshop a little bit, but I like what they did with the eye, just glowing. It's a cool look.
Well,
I
I'm
think
sure
they did a good
they'll
job.
keep a cool effect going through the whole movie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I can get down with that.
Right?
I can get down with that.
I think that
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
great
That's a good one.
compromise
Yeah.
between what you saw in the
and
comics.
I think him and Ryan Reynolds playing against each other. I think that's gonna playing off of each other. It's gonna be really good.
Josh Brolin perhaps simultaneously acting in 2 different Marvel movies at the moment as 2 different characters, because he's likely working on the Infinity War as Thanos and working as Cable on Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
So he's fucking mopping up paychecks at Marvel headquarters right now.
I wonder if he'll have like 2 booths at Comic Cons.
They're just like back to back, and he's just got a spinning chair
Yeah.
between them.
But it has like a little wall, and he just spins in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Perfect.
Has anybody seen the cell phone footage of the teaser for Infinity War?
No. I skipped
No,
it.
and
I refuse.
I won't. I'll
I saw it, and it's. I mean, granted, the quality of the fucking video is garbage, but it looks good. Looks really good.
I'm
Looks very
excited.
fucking good.
I will watch the first main trailer that they bring out for that, and then I will try my hardest to not see the rest of them. I do not like this direction we've gone, where we need a teaser and 3-minute trailers for every movie that comes out. I don't need to see the whole fucking movie before I go see the movie.
I mean, those Infinity War movies are probably going to be 2-hour movies.
Oh yeah, at least.
That's fine, but I don't need you pulling out the most
How long was-
exciting 120 seconds from the whole thing. I just watched John Wick 2, and without giving away what happens,
That movie's been out forever. You can give it away.
The final scene in the movie, their big last scene. It's something that happens real quick, but it's a great moment.
It's in the trailer. It's in the fucking trailer. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's in the trailer.
Who greenlights that? So I'm out on trailers, man. I'm fucking done watching every trailer that comes my way. I just don't want everything spoiled for me.
I'm ready for those movies.
It's how movies are made nowadays. Is people actually go and they go film the high points in the movie just to fucking piece it together for a fucking trailer.
Oh, that's true. They probably film the high excitement stuff
yeah.
first. I didn't even think about that.
That's stupid, and then they fucking span off of that.
Another one I've had sitting in my queue here this week. So I had a discussion a few weeks ago. We might have had it on the air. I don't remember whether we did or not. About Aladdin being remade.
I think we briefly touched on it.
How so I think we talked about Beauty and the Beast maybe, and how they did a live action remake of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, they're going to remake everything except for Aladdin because it's filled with Muslims who people aren't really big on right now, and Robin Williams is dead. That may have been my take. I don't want to put that on my queue.
I was like, for once, I did not say the offensive shit.
Well, no, I mean, that's people make it.
Clearly, no one in Georgia is going to see the Aladdin
Right, the
live
majority of
Correct.
entertainment is made for the mouth breathers throughout the South and Midwest, to which I'm about to be a resident. But
Good luck.
if you're trying to entertain mouth breathers from the South and Midwest, you do not, right now in 2017, make a movie about Muslims.
No.
They're not.
No.
big
You make
fans.
45 more Fast and Furious movies.
That's exactly what you fucking
Or if you
do.
make a movie about Muslims, it's a movie where Muslims are getting massively murdered.
Right. By fucking Bradley Cooper in a sniper's nest.
Exactly.
And you
I'm not against that type of movie either.
And you just coat the theater in plastic sheeting to catch all the jizz that pools under the seats.
This freaking awesome.
But I was wrong. Disney has decided they are going to remake Aladdin.
Really?
Do you need to go pee yourself?
A little bit.
Directed by Guy Ritchie.
What?
Starring
Interesting.
the genie being played by... Do we want to put guesses in?
Well,
All right, hold
Not
on.
not Arabic, okay?
Not Arabic. Okay.
And they're not just recycling...
You haven't heard this one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, did you hear this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take a guess. Genie.
You're not going to get it. He's a major star. Top 10
He is?
actor in the world right now. Yeah, probably.
Then I have no clue. Because I was going to go like funny.
It's hard to pick somebody that.
It's a real tough one.
I'm thinking someone young who's like funny also the same way. I'm thinking to
No. You're not thinking like somebody who cares about the product they're making. You're thinking like a Hollywood producer or director, okay? You need a draw. You need somebody. Not to take away from this guy's talent. He's done some good stuff.
All right, I give up. Just give it to me.
Will Smith.
Wow.
That look on your face is what I wanted. Just watching that process through your mind.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
How,
know.
though? Like
I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think it's going to work.
I don't have a problem. That's what I say.
It
I don't have
seems
a
like an
problem,
odd
but how
fit.
is that going to happen?
I think it could.
I don't see how it works.
Because Will Smith's comedy carried Fresh Prince, but his comedy didn't carry like Robin Williams carried Aladdin.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, very true.
Absolutely.
Very true.
There were huge sections of that movie that were carried entirely on Robin Williams ad-libbing a bunch of random crap.
Absolutely.
Will Smith's not going to do that. He's going to be. He has a funny personality and he can deliver those lines well and he'll get through the movie. But it's what was lovable about the Aladdin movie was the craziness that was Robin Williams.
I'll play devil's advocate here. I think the team of writers that Disney has now are better than they were back when the original Aladdin. Not the team, but the method they have for selecting that team. I think kids' movies are better than they ever have been, and I think it's because the writing on them is sharper and better. And I think what Robin brought to that was he probably did a million takes of everything that he did, and then they got to pick, right? So you have your own writer's room in Robin Williams' brain.
So is this a cartoon remake or is it a live action
No,
remake?
It's live action.
It's live action.
Who else do they have casted?
I bet the genie's CGI though, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I would hope so.
So that's actually funny.
Like who
that
they
you
have
ask.
casted as Aladdin, who they have casted as Jafar.
Funny that you ask. Disney says they can't find anybody who's Middle Eastern to play the parts.
Surprise, surprise.
They're like, well, they've got to be able to dance and sing and act.
They couldn't find
and
anybody Middle Eastern to play the part, but yet they somehow convinced Will Smith to be blue.
There's a billion Muslims in the world. It is the culture. It is the only other culture in the world that is obsessed with singing and dancing and musicals as fucking Americans
who's the
are.
dude? The dude who played Kumar in Harold and Kumar.
Well,
I'm not.
yeah, okay. Cal Penn.
How? I don't remember his fucking name. He could be Aladdin.
Yeah, no, they want to cast white people in it, so
Of course.
they're pretending like they're looking for.
Did they cast a white guy? I thought they just didn't.
No, they haven't
Yes.
cast anybody yet. They're
I
saying
thought they did.
maybe they have at this point. The article I read, which was a few weeks ago, was like we're having trouble casting Aladdin.
I know they just recently. I thought they had already cast Aladdin, and then I briefly saw a blurb that cast Jafar. This might have been just a few days ago, I think.
But who did they cast?
Somebody I didn't know, but
Okay.
I saw one picture of just like a headshot of the guy.
Could
And
cast
I
Willem
could-
Dafoe as Jafar.
Willem Dafoe.
Hell yeah, I think it'd be.
I
think he'd be.
on board with
I
that.
think he'd be a great Jafar.
That'd be the most entertaining whitewashing
Hell
ever.
yeah, it would.
If you're gonna whitewash, make it entertaining.
Disney Aladdin cast Marwan Kenzari in talks to play Jafar
Okay.
in live action remake. You know him from
Something you've never seen. Yay!
yeah, stuff you haven't seen.
Did
Fox
you-
remake of Murder on the Orient.
Oh, yeah,
2016's Ben Hur.
Nobody
joking?
saw that.
Yeah, nobody did.
I forgot that existed.
And he's in the new Mummy, the Tom Cruise Mummy.
Nobody saw that either.
Nobody's seen that, yeah.
Yeah, and those who did.
You know that was supposed to have like a whole
fans.
universe built around it. Mm-hmm. You go from the Mummy and then have the Wolfman and
Yeah.
Frankenstein and everything, and then after one movie, they're like, yeah, maybe we'll
Maybe
do that.
not. Maybe we'll rethink that.
Yeah, their own little monster based MCU.
Maybe we'll do this shot and let Will run off to go drain his
Yeah, 'cause
gigantic lizard.
Okay,
I'm gonna pee my panties.
we can
here
do
shortly.
that, and then we'll load up our next topic.
Yep. So here, let's cheers to poor decisions. Will's gonna.
Please don't urinate on the
I'm
couch.
not. I'm trying not to.
If you release
We
that,
can't afford a
Christ.
new one. We're spending all of our money on lights.
we just celebrated. We just got over. It's the year anniversary of Ellicott City being flooded. I don't need you flooding my basement with pee from your giant cock.
Try my hardest.
Woo, that was close.
It was close, but I didn't get it.
Will's one of those guys. He's got to start flushing the toilet mid pee so it doesn't overflow it.
Yeah, it's like there were no survivors.
So many fucking obstacles.
Well,
All right.
that'd be funny. He just never comes back.
Yeah, he might not. That's very possible.
He just drills pee through the toilet and then so it's fire hosing through the ceiling.
Are you gonna buy? I doubt it. Assuming they're available in reasonable numbers, are you gonna buy an SNES Classic? I wouldn't think so, but I'm
If
curious.
I could find one at the regular price, I would.
Okay. It was $79.99 or something like that. They're like $80 or something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Even
But
for $100, it's
more so just for the I would have bought the NES one
yeah, me
if I
too.
could find one.
Yeah.
But it's more so just to have it, just like any of my other collections.
Right, because you basically have that stuff emulated on your little box at this point.
not only have it all emulated, I have the real systems, so it's like,
Oh yeah, look at that.
yeah, they're both right there. There's actually another SNES in my trunk. So
Floating in your trunk. That's funny.
yeah, I've been trying to sell it, but I'm trying to sell video game shit on barter websites is the most frustrating thing.
What do you just have people bail? Like,
Yeah, a lot of people will bail, or people will. It's a barter website, so I offer up. I'm say, hey, I got SNES with Street Fighter, Killer Instinct. Everything's clean, tested, works. All the cables, it's taken care of. Yada yada yada. And then somebody will be like, "I'll give you $40." It's like, well, you can give me 110. It's like, fuck you, get out of here. If you came back at me and said 70 or something, and then I said 90 and you said 80 or whatever,
right.
that would make sense. You don't go from 100 to 40. I'm not giving you shit.
It's just the way some people roll.
Yeah,
Especially now in this post
that's how somebody that does not own a Super Nintendo rolls, because
in the world after Pawn Stars, that's just how people operate, right? Like, somebody says 200, you say 4, and you hope to meet in the middle.
yeah. But clearly they're not working with a full deck if you make that kind of jump. You have to lowball within reason.
Well, you hope with like Craigslist and stuff that you're coming across somebody who's, desperate, needs to clothe a child or something like that, and so you just hope you just get them in that moment of need, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
But you can look at how I made the post and tell I know what I'm fucking
Right.
talking about. I'm not just some housewife cleaning out the closet. Like, I've got 1,000 NES games and a Rob the Robot and all that.
I don't know what this is. I found it in my husband's closet after he died.
$12.
Yeah.
By the way, I've bought plenty of those. That's how I got that TV and the 2 Dreamcasts and the second 64. All that came in one big lot for like $200.
Nice.
And I sold 2 things from it for a total of $175. So I'm $25 in the hole for 4 systems, about 20 games, and a full-size television.
I'll give you $3 for the remaining item.
Absolutely. Welcome to Facebook or Baltimore Barter.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace or whatever, any of those things.
Finally, this week, Romance is Dead. Chris Pratt announces his separation from his wife of 8 years, Anna Faris. The internet collapses and love is dead forever. How did you handle the heartbreak?
Who fucking cares?
I didn't know who Anna Faris was.
No.
I don't remember who
Doesn't
she
know
is.
who either one of those people are.
When I heard
know
that,
who
I
Chris
actually
Pratt
had to
is.
look it up to remind myself. Anna Faris is the girl from the Scary Movies.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't give a shit.
The
Blonde.
house bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't care.
Yeah.
I find it interesting because so they've been together for a long time. They're a cute couple. They're big on Instagram and stuff like that. But she was, doing the Scary Movie. She was at the height of her fame, mid 2000s, and he was on the OC for a short time. And then he became...
That's right, he was.
And then he became...
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was the hippie in the college dorm.
I think...
I'm mad at myself for admitting that. I know that, but
Someone made
Whatever,
it.
I used to bitch
I was
on it.
forced to watch that show.
all of it
he's the one.
There's a
He's,
lot of it.
He's the one.
I mean, I was there.
for a long time,
Yeah.
for 100 episodes.
I mean, I was physically there. I thought I would remember some stuff.
May have had a wife or a girlfriend who was really into it or something. Or okay.
That's how all those work.
So-
With Christina, it was One Tree Hill,
So you've seen all of One Tree Hill. It's in
or
there
at least
somewhere.
a significant amount of it. However, from the time we started dating till the end, I know I saw that.
So she's in Scary Movie. She's starring in a movie. She's a big deal. He's on the OC.
This is him in the
And-
OC.
Yep, don't remember.
No. Okay.
And then he becomes the lovable, goofy Andy Dwyer on Parks and Recs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a funny comedy star. That show, good show, that has a good run. He's a big part of it, but he's kind of the comedy backup.
and then
He
He
then he
skyrockets.
becomes Guardians of the
Star-Lord.
Galaxy. He
Star-Lord,
becomes
and then he
now
becomes
he's
fucking
Jack,
Jurassic
and he's
World.
in fucking Jurassic Park, and she hasn't done shit in a while,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
their paths have reversed.
he knows.
That's
And
like
he's-
what's it? Nick Lachey and what the fuck's her name?
Yes,
The
I know who you're talking
Bumblebee
about.
tuna.
It's I thought the same thing. The tuna woman. What's her fucking name? Chicken of the Sea. Chicken of the Sea woman.
Who the
Like,
Yeah.
fuck are
is
y'all
it
talking
tuna?
about?
Jessica
Simpson?
Yep.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, because when they did that reality show, wasn't it called Newlyweds or something,
Something
like
like
I
that.
think you're right. I think you're
that?
right.
God, why do I waste my memory on
Something
that
else
shit?
you watched with Steph?
No, I never watched that. All I remember is the one scene where she thinks that buffalo wings are made of buffalo, and that's when it was at that point that I knew that all reality television is fake.
America was doomed.
No one is that stupid.
No, you're right.
That had to be fake.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
And then I from that point on, I got a kick out of finding, flaws in reality television where you could obviously see it was scripted.
Oh man.
Because my life is a giant buzzkill.
Talking. I've read articles by like editors for that stuff, and it's just so scary what they do. They just make you say and do whatever it is they want. They just take enough footage over the course of a few days, and they will make you whoever they want you to be.
Mhm.
I will never be involved in one of those. Not that anybody's asking. Like people are beating down my door to be on the new fucking season of The Real World.
You're probably going to be on the
Is
next
that even
episode, the next season of The Real Housewives of Ohio.
Yeah, The Real Housewives of Cleveland.
There you go.
Here I come.
There you go.
God, real housewives of Georgia, and they're all like already related.
Well done, sir.
Would you rather
Oh, we're here already.
be forced to French kiss someone with no teeth, or French kiss someone who is chewing tobacco?
No teeth.
No teeth.
That's not even a question, right? Like, okay.
No teeth would be kind of weird, but
get over it.
I don't need any extra dip spit in my mouth.
Are there like gaping holes in the gums? That might be.
Oh, like in Ren and Stimpy? Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Like
That was a good episode.
if
I brushed my teeth super hard for like a week after that.
yeah, no. If there's big holes, then maybe I go chewing
With
tobacco.
weird little like tendrils sticking
Yeah,
out.
the nerves are sticking.
Fuzz
You
and
just
lay.
changed your own mind, didn't you? Chewing tobacco it is. Would you rather have one...
Those are the best. We don't even make it through it.
have 1,000 used condoms stuck to your bedroom wall, or have soiled underwear completely covering your bedroom floor?
Whose are they?
And soiled in what fashion?
Are they all mine?
They're all yours. You've kept all of them.
I'm the strangest hoarder ever.
They're a weird color gradient. Like they're like, white and clear and shiny in one corner, and they just get browner and darker and crustier as you work your way around.
Oh, like they slowly age over time. It's like
You've written the date on them with a Sharpie.
like a horrifying monochromatic rainbow. It's just like a shade. Ugh.
Or you just numbered each one, and you have like a guidebook in it. And it's like number 3, December 12th, 2007, and you have like the girl's name, the location.
Like a horrifying diary. Look at serial killers would do that shit.
Cross-reference your loads.
Joe Bloom would do that shit.
Josh Sandoval would do that if he were still alive.
I'll go with the condoms. It's kind of out of the way.
I'm gonna go ahead with condoms too.
I'm gonna say that the smell is less pronounced.
You don't know. You don't know what 5-year-old jizz smells like. I hope.
Or do I? That's very true, but I feel
It
like
can't be good.
nothing
can't be
like
good.
smell doesn't improve with age. I feel like if you're starting from a more horrifying starting point, it's only gonna get worse.
1,000.
Yep.
I mean, is it going to be worse than a floor covered in?
Well, how many pairs of soiled underwear does it take to cover a floor? It's got to be a few hundred.
Will brings up a good point. Are they like
Soiled in which way?
Yeah, did somebody shit their pants and then
I
when
could
they did,
deal
they
with
just
a dried
deposited
up
their underwear
fucking
on the
piss
floor?
stain on fucking pair of boxers, but
You ever been in like a gas station restroom?
Yeah.
It smells like old piss. That's a terrible smell.
Yeah, but maybe it's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't. I know what old piss smells like. I know what shit smells like. I do not know what 108-year-old condom smells like. Although maybe they're all brand new. Maybe they're not all mine. Maybe,
Fresh
maybe
jizz? I'm down.
but they may not have that terrible a smell. But then, you have 1,000 strangers worth of jizz stapled to your wall. I don't know why to me they're just stapled up there with like a staple gun. That sounds
It's like leaking out.
yeah. It's not the way to maintain structural integrity.
No. When
You hit one a little too hard, you puncture it and it just squirts out. Like,
every once in a while I think about that, people will say at the bar, random people that I meet, they say, "Oh man, has anybody ever told you have a voice that'd be great for radio?" I know this is not what they thought of.
they thought you should do traffic and weather.
Or I don't know, something. Maybe do my server voice and just it's like, "Hey guys, really good." Blah, 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 blah.
From now on, when somebody says that, you should just do, yeah, I actually have a show. I'll do a short segment. Would you rather have 1,000 used condoms stapled to your wall? Would you rather always have a fly frozen into each of your ice cubes when you drink something cold, or always drink out of an unwashed tuna can?
What?
Wildly specific.
I drink really fast. I'll go with the fly.
I'm gonna go tuna can.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel the tuna is going to immediately and directly affect the flavor of what you're drinking.
Yeah, it is, but you got to think
Fly
about
is
it.
gross, but
Yeah.
even
But
if
also-
even if that melted all the way, you might have that brief moment where you go like, "Oh, that's a fly," but it's not going to change anything.
I also feel with this quote unquote unwashed tuna can, depending on what you drink after the second or third drink, it's going to be
Oh, is it
Pretty
the
much.
same tuna? You just carry around you're like, can you make my drink in this?
pretty much. I feel like
Oh,
after
you
the
think-
second
oh,
or third
I
drink,
see.
it's going to fucking dissipate.
I don't. I imagine it is a.
That's where I'm going with. That's where I'm going with
tuna
it.
can.
Yeah. Like, you have a guy who follows you around, and when you're going to drink something, he
It's
opens
like
up a tuna
cracks
can.
it, dumps out the tuna. It's like
No, I'm not going to say. I don't think it's going to be all that.
Yeah, no, it's a unwashed tuna can.
That's
Yeah.
how these work. It's the worst case scenario. That's
I'm concerned about the inconvenience of drinking everything in my life out of a
I've swallowed a
1 inch
bug. That's
deep-
not fucking fun.
1
I'll
inch
tell you that
deep,
much.
3-ounce can. I don't want to deal with that my whole life.
I like tuna. I do not drink tuna.
I like tuna as well. I do not want tuna infecting my
Like,
rum and Coke.
Yeah, can I have a Captain Coke and tuna?
Oh,
Ball.
oh.
Maybe
That was-
maybe while
That
you're
was more frightening to me than the jizz walls.
at some
Captain
point,
Coke and
I
tuna.
still need to go back and make the highlight video of all the just random shit. If I ever do that,
Yeah.
I need to include just all the sounds from when we do Would You Rather.
Oh my god! Like the cats, the kittens in the blender,
It'd be like 35
yeah.
minutes. And just all of us.
or warm milk mixed with blood.
That was what got me. It wasn't the kittens in the blender. It was the milk.
That was a good one.
It was the
That was a
milk
very
and
good one.
blood. That really.
As you started to read it, you're like, I'm like,
Really bothered
oh
me.
god.
Would you rather, given that a private investigator owes you a favor, accept his offer to follow it and investigate someone close to you, or let the favor go unused?
That's boring.
It's kind of boring.
It's an ethics question.
Would I rather let the private investigator follow someone close to me, or just
Or let it go.
I'd let it go. I feel like somebody close to me isn't really going to try to fuck me that hard. So I'm going to let it go and use it for somewhere down the road where somebody else is.
The only way you're going to know is if you take advantage of that free PI work.
I don't think I know anybody who's doing anything that cool.
Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either,
Like-
but I'm not going to let some random free shit go to waste.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
I'm a
gonna,
cheap
you're gonna
bastard.
use that shit. Yeah, if I find somebody following me around one day, I'll know why.
Yeah. This
I
guy
just-
owed me a favor.
Did Tristan really move?
What am I like?
It's all a conspiracy.
He didn't want to be a part of the podcast anymore.
Just told everybody that. Would you rather be a superhero for a day or a super villain for a day?
Villain.
Okay, pump your brakes. I knew both of you were going to say that immediately.
He didn't say shit. I said villain.
I guess he didn't have to.
Okay.
I didn't have
I
to.
don't know. This is Tron over here.
But, like, you're murdering people.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Absolutely it is.
Like, innocent people. Like, children and stuff.
I'm not
Like,
going after innocent people.
Well, what kind of supervillain are you?
I'm going after people that have done me wrong. I'm a vigilante.
Going more like anti-hero.
Yeah.
Is that
There
an
you go.
option? I want to do that.
I think that's a superhero. Batman is a superhero.
He's not really an anti-hero. They try to make him an anti-hero. Punisher's an anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
I'd be Punisher all fucking day.
I think Deadpool.
All fucking
I think
day.
Deadpool's a bit of an anti-hero too.
Deadpool's a goddamn mess. That's,
Yes.
He's an anti-hero, but holy shit, you never
Yeah.
know what you're getting there.
Yeah, that's true.
I when I think supervillain, I think somebody that Superman would be tasked with stopping.
Like
And
Doomsday.
if Superman's tasked with stopping you, you're doing some.
I'd be
pretty bad
Doomsday in a
shit.
heartbeat. Fuck yeah, I would.
Doomsday?
Hell yeah.
You're a psychopath.
And
He's a murder machine.
And?
He's literally all he does.
It's just a day.
yeah,
It's like you got a Groupon
look,
for it.
hey, don't flirt with me calling me a psychopath. It is what it is.
Did Doomsday basically level Metropolis in like
Yes.
a day?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, but how many times has Superman done that?
well, it's true. You know, when Batman versus Superman,
We're not going there. My goal is that as soon as that shit comes out again, we avoid it completely. Oh god. Oh, do I get to throw it now?
yep,
Like land it over with me.
you're gonna
How do you do
smack
this?
the
What do
lens
you-
with it.
God, you both suck.
It's harder than you think.
I never. Yeah, hand him. Watch him nail.
Watch him,
Like
watch him gambit this shit. Yeah.
I got closer than both of you.
What? You hit the ceiling.
It went further forward.
Barely.
We
Throw the Goomba.
both we both shanked it. You pop flied.
Whatever.
I think that camera has some kind of shield on it.
There's a fan behind it. We don't know about.
Time to go.
It is that time. The sands of time have run down. We've run out of random dumb shit to talk about, I guess, for right now.
For now.
For now.
We'll be back. Probably.
Of course. We got at least a bunch more of these coming out before Tristan's got to
Maybe a mod. Maybe a mod next week. Maybe Dixon.
flee the state.
Who knows?
Got all kinds of crazy shit lined up.
Yeah, are you in trouble? Is that why you're leaving?
Yeah.
In trouble with the law?
Convenience. You know.
He was a supervillain for a day.
He's a super villain for the day.
Just. I didn't murder anyone. Lots of rape, though.
Jesus.
Damn. What are you from Georgia? God. On that note, thank you very much for tuning in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Thank you very much,
Lots of
everybody.
rape.
Tune in, listen to us every week. We'll see you next time on the next last call.
Maybe.
Until Tristan gets arrested.